kind of the due that he deserved because there was such a dominant wrestler in this bracket.
So we go 195 pounds for the state championship. And it's Dante Zuba of Brick Memorial going up against Martin Cosgrove. Oh no, I'm on the wrong. I'm looking. They have the wrong wrestlers under the weight class on. Here, let's do this again. 195 pounds. Yeah, it is Zuba. It is Zuba going up against Cosgrove.
Yeah, what you're seeing here is really kind of the marrying of two stories that are happening throughout the state finals. One of those stories is you have 9 wrestlers from the Shore Conference who made their way to the finals. I mean, when you think about top wrestling in New Jersey, you always think about the Shore, but this year has been so heavy on Del Barton, on Bergen Catholic, on kind of those private schools that we forget how great the wrestling is in the Shore. So there you see Zuba from Brick Memorial. Now on Cosgrove's side, he's one of what is a large group of very talented kind of underclassmen. So you've got Cosgrove at 95, you've got Casale at 215, you've got Mullen at 285, and you've got these freshmen and these sophomores who really have a chance to kind of cement their legacy on New Jersey wrestling for a number of years to come.
Cosgrove, the number 3 seed in this bracket from the Fighting Irish of Camden Catholic, won by decision in the semifinals, 6-5. And Zuba is 35-1 on the year, won by decision 10-5, defeating Luke Chaconis of Del Barton. A huge win for Zuba.
Yeah, it really was a very erratic match where it was looking close, and Chaconis actually had, was looking like he was on his way to a dominant performance, and Zuba kind of pulled it out in the end. We saw a couple calls of injury time for Chaconis there, and Zuba kind of handily defeated him in the end.
And Cosgrove's been a great story, defeating Makita of St. Augustine Prep, Mike Masita rather, who's been outstanding all season long as well. So a big win there for Cosgrove last night. Cosgrove's only a sophomore, 37-1 on the season, 74-10 in his career. Won the Region 7 and District 25 championships this year. Placed 3rd in the state last year at 170. Zuba, 35-2, 90-26 in his career. Region 7 runner-up, also a 2-time district champ. And Dante is a 3-time state tournament qualifier. We're a minute and a half into period number 1, and no score so far.
Yeah, the interesting thing is they've really seen this coming for Cosgrove. Last year, his former teammate, Lucas Ravano, won his 2nd title, and he turned to us and he said, it's not about me with 2. You've got to look at Cosgrove because he's going to win 3. So we're maybe on the precipice of the start of his prediction coming right here. Cosgrove is in the state finals at 182 pounds.
And period 1 comes to an end. At 195.
It is not often you see guys this young, sophomores, in these upper weight classes, and we're really seeing a lot of that this year at Boardwalk Hall. Cosgrove very quick to his base, turns and faces him. He now has a 1-0 lead early in the second. Pulls to suck that leg in.
2
2 points.
2 points for Cosgrove. And he's up 3-0.
Yeah, really very quickly got that escape and then turned and just reached down and picked that leg and was able to finish that shot.
Zuba gets away, makes it a 3-1 score.
Diving for the takedown is Zuba. He was really explosive in that semifinal, but he didn't come on till late. Let's see if he's got a late surge in him today or he's able to kind of pick up the pace early. Reaching for that takedown is Zuba. Circling around, though, is Cosgrove.
Cosgrove off to a great start here in the second period. He's up 5-1.
We've seen a lot of explosive offense. I mean, it's hard not to get amped when John Poznansky starts the night off, and I think that's what they were really hoping for, that explosive oomph in Boardwalk Hall. But we're keeping it right up into 195 pounds.
45 seconds left in the second period.
Cosgrove's going to cut him loose.
It's 5-2. Cosgrove looking for another takedown here.
Cosgrove doing a really good job trying to finish these shots. Turns that signal into a double.
And he's got the 2 points. He's up 7-2.
Yeah, Cosgrove has really proved to be dominant on his feet. Zuba's trying, he's reaching for those shots. Cosgrove is just taking them and turning them into points of his own. I mean, this is a sophomore. You have to remember, we're at 195 pounds. We're really looking down the path of really a few good years and upper weight class wrestling that I'm really excited for.
So Cosgrove enters the third period with a 5-point advantage, up 7-2.
Yeah, he's just going to cut him loose here. Really no reason to try and ride him when he's proved so good on his feet.
And he's up 7-3, takes another shot.
Beautiful, just picks the ankle, tries to turn it into a trip. Cosgrove trying to sit through. Zuba climbs over top, trying to grab that outside leg.
Minute and a half left.
Good job by Zuba there. Reaching for the outside leg, getting the stalemate. Zuba had a lot of late theatrics yesterday. He's got to pick up the pace now. There's a minute and 20 left in this one. He trails 7-3. Cosgrove now just diving for that leg. I mean, really, he has been so good at finishing these takedowns. Why not?
1:05 left in the third period. Cosgrove trying to
Circling.
finish a magical season.
Yeah, Zuba's throwing that whizzer in, but Cosgrove's really got a hold of that ankle. Cosgrove continuing to dive.
Cosgrove almost able to roll over.
Yeah, you see they hit Cosgrove with a stall warning there. I thought he was continuing to work for the shot, but far be it for me to ever argue with what an official does here.
30 seconds left in the third period. Cosgrove has a 4-point lead, and then both wrestlers are out of the circle.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. Zuba really needs to do something here. He's got to hit a big move.
Cosgrove took a shot there. And Cosgrove.
Take it to his back!
Zuba might be able to. And they both go out of the circle. Zuba had an opportunity there.
We're tied at 7-7.
And he does get the points. We're tied.
So like I said, really needs to hit a move. They called 2 points on the reversal, then 2 back points, didn't give him 3, and then they were out of bounds.
Yeah.
There's 11 seconds left.
It looked like the official had made the signal of out of bounds prior to the points, but he did not. So we are tied at 7.
5 seconds left.
And the clock stops. Well, let's see. Did the clock expire or did it stop with 1 second left? The coaches are really animated in this
I'm
one.
not sure what just happened there because it looked like they threw up a stall. Yeah, it looked like they threw up a stall against Cosgrove, who already had one against him.
Right.
So let's see what they call, because if that's the case, then it would be 8-7 and this bout would be over.
But obviously...
No, you look at the score, they're saying it's 8-7. They say
it is!
They're saying Zuba's your victor.
But it came with 1 second left, so they have to put 1 second, I believe, back on the clock, if that's the case. So although Zuba would be up by a point, there's still a second left, so it's officially not over until that second expires, but Zuba would win.
Now, I don't know if they can hear the audio besides us, but there are a lot of boo birds in the crowd right now booing this. There you see there's 3 seconds left on the mat. The officials are conversing.
This is a
Did they wave it off?
This is a huge debate.
Now you see the 1 point is given to Cosgrove. What I don't understand is if Cosgrove was on the bottom, why they hit him with the stall, unless they were suggesting he was fleeing in some way.
So originally it looked like the point was going to go to Zuba. Now it looks like they gave it to Cosgrove. There's 3 seconds on the clock.
What is happening here?
And that's it. Cosgrove wins it, and the crowd here at Boardwalk Hall,
The crowd has just
cascades
erupted.
down and boos. Martin Cosgrove has just been crowned the 195-pound state champ. Michael is leaving the broadcast area here. He's going to try to find out what the heck just happened here. But Cosgrove is your state champ at 195 pounds. He improves to 44-1, 75-10 in his career. And let's see, no one up here really has an answer.
I'm still trying to find out what happened, because look, they gave the 1 point to Zuba, then they took the point away, they gave it to Cosgrove. Now what I'm not sure is if they called some type of unsportsmanlike or something like that.
Well, we'll try to get an answer a little bit later on. Bottom line is Cosgrove wins the state title.
You know, that really is the thing, is we're talking about this tremendous story of Cosgrove, this super sophomore. You know, his former teammate said he was going to win 3, and now you're kind of marred in a little bit of controversy.
Wow. A controversial end to that bout at 195. Well, we move on to 220 pounds, and it will be Kyle Jacob of Paramus, who's had a phenomenal year, 47-1 on the season. And his opponent will be Del Barton's P.J. Casale, who was 45-3 on the year. Won by decision 9-2 in the semifinals. Jacob won by major decision 9-0. Kyle Jacob, 124 wins in his career, the Region 2 champ, also a 3-time district champ. Placed second in the state tournament last year at 195. He's a 3-time state tournament qualifier. Casale, he's only a sophomore, 82-15 in his career. Region 3 champion, also a 2-time district champ. Placed 5th in the state tournament last year at 220. He is in the white and Jacob in the blue. Kyle Jacob, by the way, in case you were not with us last night for the semifinals, we mentioned was in the final last year. And also, Jacob, a football player, is actually heading to Fordham on a football scholarship to play football.
Oh, hi,
And
Lou.
Michael's back, and let's see if he has any info on that last.
Did they notice I was gone?
We missed you.
Look, very simple explanation. It just turns out the official banged the stall call against the wrong wrestler, put up the wrong hand, so it was always supposed to be that stall call against Zuba, who was on top, which is why we're confused. It didn't make sense that they would hit a wrestler on the bottom for stalling in that position. So they're tied. Zuba gets hit with that stall call, so the 1 point goes to Cosgrove on the bottom. Zuba then lets him up with 3 seconds left, and that's it. So really, the official just raised the wrong hand, and that's what led to the confusion. I think, you know, we can talk for the rest of the day and the rest of the year, and I'm sure they will, and the forums will go nuts over this, if you should be calling that stall call with 3 seconds left in the matter, let them go to sudden victory. But that is how the match finished out. So Cosgrove was your winner by 2 points. So that one stall and then the escape at the end. I mean, Zuba just let him up to try and dive for a takedown. It's not how you want to see the end of the match, but that's where the confusion came, is the official, raised the green fist when he should have raised the red fist.
Meanwhile,
There's still wrestling going on.
At 220, and a big match here. Kyle Jacob of Paramus, PJ Casal of Del Barton. No score in the first period. 28 seconds left remaining in the first.
Yeah, doing our best to walk everybody through what's going on. Sometimes even we need a little extra help up in the crow's nest. Kyle Jacob finished second at 195 pounds last year. Has really been dominant on the season, a heavy favorite. I talked about those super youngsters. Just like Cosgrove, we saw a weight class ago. Here's PJ Casal, also a sophomore. And again, we're going to go to heavyweight in just a minute. We're going to see a super freshman. I keep saying as the first period expires scoreless, you think of the upper weights and you think of big, you think of lumbering, you think of guys pushing each other around, you think of power moves. You've got these youngsters who are really opening up. They're really heavy on technique. It's really fun to watch, and it's going to be a great couple years in New Jersey. I think the question is, what happens when these guys continue to put on weights? Are we going to see in 2 or 3 years kind of just this packed heavy weight class?
Second period underway here at 220. Jacob riding Casal here. Neither wrestler has been able to score a point as of yet.
Here's the thing about Jacob. He hasn't surrendered a single point in this state tournament thus far, so through one period, he's continuing.
He has been dominant, no question. Still trying to hang on here. And he brings Casal down to the mat, but then Casal turns Jacob over.
2 point. That's 2. That's 2 for a reversal. He may get back points there. He's swiping. That's 4.
And he does.
4-point move.
Casal goes up 4-0.
Just as simple as I talk about how Kyle Jacob hasn't given a point in the entire tournament. Casal, the super sophomore, gets the reversal, gets the back points.
Of course, Casal from that tremendous program at Del Barton.
Here's the thing, and we've seen Del Barton and the Green Wave and Brian Stoll really, rise in New Jersey. We're not used to seeing them dominant in the upper weight classes, and this is the year that they finally, added those hammers up top, and you saw it pay off with them being the #1 team in the state of New Jersey this year. They upended the run of Bergen Catholic, and so many of these guys are coming back next year.
Less than 30 seconds left here in the second period. At 220, right now, PJ Casal has a 4-0 lead. Kyle Jacob, the #1 seed in this weight class, and Casal #2. So the top 2 seeds battling for the championship. Just the way it was drawn up.
Yeah. Jacob trying to roll through there, gets caught. Almost got in a very funky position. Casal trying to work for back points.
Period comes to an end.
Well, let me tell you, I'm still buzzing from the end of that last match. I'm running around trying to find just what happens. Here we go. This is the third period, right?
It is.
We're at Boardwalk Hall. I gotta remember where I am for a second.
Again, Casal trying to flip Jacob over.
I think I said to you before, this is like my 9th tournament in Atlantic City, and you see something new every single year. I thought it would just be the girls on the main stage, and that would be the cool new thing, but there's always something to talk about match after match after match.
Casal here has a 4-0 lead, and Jacob has not shown the ability to this point to really do much here to try to score some points.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob has really been a dominant wrestler, 43-1, really not tested a lot on the season. Casal, the sophomore, 5th at this weight class as a freshman a year ago, and he's holding on now. He's doing the riding. You know, I think we really expected Jacob to be in this position, but it's Casal.
Final minute of the third period.